Something's happening to the left.
Oh my gosh! I only lost 2 quarters.
You only lost 2.
Are you serious?
Are you ready for this, George?
I have a fever.
A fever for what?
A fever. And the only thing to cure it
Is the Bieber?
is more Elvis. Take me to Elvis, please.
The original Bieber?
Take me to
Would
Elvis.
Elvis be the original Bieber fever? The pelvis of Elvis created the original Bieber fever.
The king?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
All right. I guess we're on the road again. Who the hell knows what's going to happen this time?
Make sure you subscribe.
Swung to the other side, used our chips, and...
$25 to starting quarters.
Nice. Okay. This is
right
a little
here,
intense.
It is. It reminds me of a flower field.
But you only have so much to choose from when other things have already been played out.
Strategy is going to be difficult on this one. I feel like I'm going to lose whether I go to the right.
That's why nobody has played it. It's
obviously
completely
to the center.
and totally blocked.
I might have a chance going to the left.
You're going to try to the left?
Yeah.
Okay. She's going to the left.
Because Elvis is saying I might have a chance.
This is why this one is... Nobody's played it. Because nobody has been crazy enough. The whole thing is blocked.
It felt abandoned, didn't it?
We do like abandoned things. So what's your gut instinct? This is going in the compilation of fails?
This might be, yeah, it might be.
I'd be impressed if you can even get anything to budge or to move. Let's see what happens. If anything even moves. Oh, the one to the left.
Oh yeah, I saw it that time.
There was a little budge. I saw a little budge. Not a big budge.
Oh, there
that
it goes
was a
again.
little budge.
There it goes again.
A little budge can go
moving
a long way.
Slow as molasses.
Did you just see that?
Moving. It rotated and moved forward.
I don't know that rotated, but hey, if you say it rotated, it rotated. Rotator's gonna take.
Oh, and
Hater's gonna hate. Rotator's gonna rotate. Gator's gonna gate. And maters are gonna mate.
Alrighty then.
And baiters are gonna bait.
Did you just see that?
No, I was.
3 of the flowers move forward.
I was rhyming.
Oh my goodness. That flower on
It's
the
what
way
I do
to
all
the
the
far
timing.
left is gonna totally drop right into the hopper.
With my lemons and my liming.
One whole piece.
What was
Not
it?
petal by petal.
What are you talking about? A flower?
He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. It's just gonna dive right in.
He loves me.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay, you're on He Loves Me Not. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves
Oh my
me.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
I am shocked it's moving.
My fever's getting high.
You want me to,
Is there a doctor in the
Shut
house?
up. Don't talk like that. You have any idea what's going on in this world?
Dr. J to the rescue. Did you just see that?
No. I'm scared to death now of you shouting and screaming.
Yeah, everyone's looking. Should I ask them if they have an eye problem?
I think you should just stop embarrassing us and drop quarters.
But you already know I love to embarrass you.
Yeah, I do know that.
Oh
my goodness. They are actually moving.
He really does love me.
This is actually pretty impressive.
Oh wow. It's a good thing I went to the left.
It was not cheap. This is an expensive one. Nobody played it. Oh wow. It looks like a 100% pure losing game, but somehow
I don't
she's doing something.
I don't recall any quarters falling, and I'm down to 3 quarters.
No, you've had quarters fall.
Okay.
A few here and there.
All right, down on my last quarter.
Oh my goodness.
I need a little push here. Oh, right on the edge. 2 are right on the edge.
I am literally shocked.
This is
anything
intense.
even moved. And yet, here we are. You ready?
Yes.
You think you can make something happen?
The next round, for shizzle.
Let's do it, Cat.
Oh wow, this is more than I expected. I was able to push off $13.25.
That's more than I anticipated the entire game. But
The
somehow,
whole time I was focusing
some way,
on moving
I saw
the
him
flowers.
dropping. You were more focused on the structures. Look, Elvis is singing. You think something's gonna happen?
Sing it, Elvis.
Remember, there are 8 sides. 8 sides. This is a huge machine. Probably 10 foot tall.
Gigantic.
A good 8 foot wide.
I'm gonna lose a part of that flower.
We were previously on the other side. We flipped over here to where nobody played. So we don't know if Elvis just sings. We don't know. We don't know why Elvis sings, but we know when Elvis sings, something usually happens. But that doesn't mean it's just for us, because a lot of times this thing is packed. It's a light crowd, but we think that's because of the actual holidays. People are with their families.
Yeah. And Elvis has become family, right?
So George said, well, we have to go see Elvis because we don't want him to be alone
Don't want him alone
during
for
the
the
holidays. This woman is crazy.
Huh?
Nothing.
I got the Elvis fever.
Look at that. That thing is hanging over
Oh
the
my
edge.
goodness, I'm gonna lose it.
You might lose it. You got to be
I'm gonna
careful.
lose my mind. All right,
It is
down to
halfway hanging over the edge.
Down to 5 quarters. You ready?
Did you even drop 5 quarters? I wasn't watching this time.
I don't know. I didn't think I dropped any quarters last time, but I was able to push off $13.
You've got some. You've got some. Oh my goodness! Look at that thing. The thing is split on the side plastic.
Half
piece.
of it is gonna go.
Half of it is on the side, but there's money in it. You can't lose that money. You got to play smart. Ready to pull?
Yes.
I don't want to look away.
Surprisingly, $4 even.
Hey, you've had it much worse than that before. That's not bad. I've seen you do
Down to 1 quarter,
much more.
and then
With
down
much
to 0
less.
quarters.
What are you thinking? Fail compilation?
Probably.
That thing is right on the edge.
Oh my goodness.
Right on the edge. That is insane.
Wow.
Look at, oh no, quarters are falling out of it.
Okay.
It's
flower power
Elvis
time.
is singing.
It's
Elvis
flower
is singing.
power time.
Elvis is singing. She got quarters to fall. The thing is halfway split on the plastic side
I'm
barrier.
down to 2 quarters.
Like-
down to 2 quarters.
The plastic side is splitting it like slicing bread
my
in a
goodness.
sandwich.
It's literally raining on the left.
She's got to try not to lose the money though. The money is in there still. You ready to pull?
Yes. I can't believe it. $12 even in quarters.
That's a pretty good comeback.
Wow. For sure thought I was going to lose.
You actually
I'm going to keep playing to the
have,
left.
again, you've done more damage with much less. Wasn't there one time you were down to like 50 cents?
Yeah.
50 cents?
Yeah, and the structure actually fell. And I was saved by the bell. Oh,
I don't know what's going to happen here, but... Oh, now you're the rhymer?
Well, that was not intentional.
Throwing your quarters instead of dimers?
I'm an unintentional rhymer.
Really? Because you're so silly.
Silly. You very silly.
That thing is hanging halfway over.
Yeah. There's no way I'm going to be able to save that whole thing.
The cash is going to start getting
Oh,
split.
wow. Did you see the little flower in the front?
No.
That one
I'm
might
looking
fall.
at the other one. You think you can get the other one to fall? I mean, that would give you some ammo.
Yeah, I need more ammo. Must get
Oh, you
orders.
might be getting some ammo. It's right up against the glass. It's split on the plastic side. It's on the glass.
Oh,
It's
wow.
starting to go.
Wow. Oh, wow.
It's starting to go, George. You gotta hit it. You gotta hit
Come
it.
on, baby. Come on, Elvis. Guide me.
It's.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know what's going on.
3 quarters.
I honestly don't know what's going on to the left.
All right,
You're down to
timed my
3
drops.
quarters.
Yes.
And
Oh, I got a little bit of quarter. It's time to... Oh, here it comes,
wait,
here it
keep
comes.
watching. Keep watching. This is too intense. I don't know what's going to happen. Do you think it's going to fall in?
Probably.
All right, let's pull. You pull. I'm going to keep my eye on it.
Elvis just started seeing $19.50 in quarters.
You are doing incredible.
Wow.
You're doing incredible.
I'm shocked.
And apparently Elvis is telling her the same thing because he just started singing out of nowhere. Remember, he doesn't always just sing for us.
He sings for the world.
Well, there's 8 sides. And I don't think anybody's... I can't see on the complete total other side.
I see someone right there. I see
5.
a shoulder.
I see 5 sides. So there's 3 sides I can't see.
Oh, wow. They both shifted at the same time.
Something's happening to the left.
Flower.
Something is happening to the left. The cash is getting squashed like crazy.
Oh, here comes an awesome push.
I was waiting for it. I didn't see anything, George.
It moved. Everything moved.
The cash is getting squashed
like a pancake.
It is not dropping. It is hanging a good 2, maybe even 2.5 inches over.
Oh!
What the? It's all pressing against the glass now.
Now it's gonna cause a barrier trap.
She's gonna have a huge trap on the glass, hanging over. I don't even know how she's still in it.
Me neither.
What the?
Hale.
Something's happening to the left.
Oh my gosh! I only lost 2 quarters.
You only lost 2.
Are you
The
serious?
thing was halfway on the plastic. You only lost 2 quarters.
My God.
It was halfway up there, George.
How the hell?
I'm telling you, it was halfway up there. You only lost 50 cents. How?
I don't even know how.
How,
Oh my
brown
goodness.
cow? I
Oh my
can't
gosh.
believe it.
That was awesome.
I cannot believe it.
You. What about me?
How?
I can't believe it. All right, I'm down to 3 quarters.
How? How do you take a structure that's halfway up on a piece of plastic and pull it all into the hopper?
Wow.
How? Wow!
I did awesome this round. $300 cash money, $61
can't believe
even
it.
in.
I cannot believe it. If I recall, your lowest point was $4.
I was down to 4.
This just proves, yet again, you never
Thought I'd
know.
be kicking rocks by now.
You never know what the Hales is going to happen on this channel. I have seen things that I do not believe. We have found things that...
Oh, we find the craziest things all the time.
Everything from finding...
Remember Nana's kidney stones?
Nana's kidney stones, from...
Rosie's bush.
Rosie's bush to vintage Harley Davidson, selling that to American Pickers, to... I mean, the list goes on and on. Things I would have never thought. Is it going to go? Look at this. This thing is hanging another 2 inches off as well and pressed up against the glass.
It's leaning back and sideways.
Just like, no doubt, it was designed to do so that you would lose. And yet, George comes in
Not the
with this
hammer
Egyptian
out.
magic. It's just crazy.
This is just fantastic. Fantastic treats.
It's just crazy. I just don't even...
We love it when it's crazy.
I just don't even know what to think most of the time. Oh,
I'm gonna lose
something's
it.
gonna happen.
I'm gonna lose
You're
it.
gonna lose it. This
I
one,
am
I
gonna
don't
lose
think you're
it.
gonna save this one. You're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose it. Oh!
Oh my goodness.
Oh!
What?
Do you see what I see?
Yes.
Do you see it?
There's something
There's
hiding
gold.
in it.
Do you see? There's something hiding in there. There is gold. No stinking way. Did you see
It's
how
looking out
slow
like
that went?
peekaboo,
Oh, it is. It's right there. Get the gold.
Yes!
Yeah!
Got it.
Oh man, I'm gonna have a heart attack. I am gonna have a
here it
heart
comes.
attack.
It's slowly falling. Here we go.
Oh, there's another one. Oh my goodness.
I wonder if there was anything hiding
Wow. 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 Wow.
Oh, I should go to the right, or should I get more ammo?
I think you always need to
should
get more ammo.
Don't want to get too
the
excited.
ammo.
Because if I go to the right or the center, I'll be down to $4 again in quarters.
You know the rules.
I'll go for the ammo.
We have unwritten rules.
Look at the pretty fish scale though.
We learn through the process of playing. That actually does look like a fish.
In a diamond shape.
Look, I see fish eye, fish tail. Through the process of playing, we have written rules, which number one is always go for ammo, not prizes. If you want to play to win, get the ammo, not the prizes.
Take the long way.
Playing is a sprint.
It's like
winning is a marathon.
It's like that story, the turtle and the rabbit. Don't be a rabbit. Be a turtle. Because Jeremy likes turtles.
I like turtles. I'm going to get a bunch of turtles. And gators. No matter what the haters say about gators. You got to play the long game. And the long game gets the ammo. So that you don't just win the battle, you can win the entire war. Get that ammunition, George.
Getting it.
Holy cow. That was crazy. There's some good pushes. There's some good pushes.
I'm clearing out the left lane.
This is intense. So intense.
Flower picking, clearing it out. Over and out.
What are you calling these things? Flowers?
They remind me of flowers. A field of flowers.
Are you being serious?
Yeah. It's okay if you don't see it. As long as I see it.
I'm not seeing it.
That's
But then
okay.
again, you saw an owl in one, and I didn't see that either, so.
The angry owl with the unibrow.
The unibrow owl.
He had one strong unibrow.
The unibrow was strong with that one.
His unibrow game was on point.
Yeah, if I ever needed some unibrow consulting, I know exactly who I would go to. Without
The owl
hesitation.
stylist. Hello, owl. Who is your stylist?
Let me be your teddy bear.
Clearing it out. I'm almost time to make. I think I'm gonna play the rest of the bag because I'm getting low on quarters, and then we could pull and I'll switch and come up with a new strategy.
So you're gonna get as much ammo right now?
Yeah, I'm getting low on quarters, so I'm just gonna play out the game, play out the bag, pull, and then come up with a new strategy.
You got that shoot jammed. Wow.
Jam.
Jam on it. Jam on it. Jam on it. What a Hales of a game.
That was pretty awesome. See, I for sure thought part of the flower would fall on the ledge just like how this one did. But the whole thing fell minus the 2 quarters. That was just insane.
Yeah, that first one where you only lost 2 quarters, that's one of the craziest things I think I've ever seen.
Didn't see that coming.
She has the chute jam-packed right now with quarters.
Oh, wow.
We're going to have to poke it with a stick.
Someone, did you bring your plumbing stick?
Never leave home without it. You literally have that thing jam-packed from the bottom up to the top.
Alright, I'm down to 7 quarters.
Let's see what she can do with 7.
Down to 3, 2, and 1.
I don't know. I'd
Pretty
say
much
that was
cleared it.
pretty good push.
That was awesome.
Pretty good push. Metamucil would sponsor you on that one for sure. Looks,
There's that fine gold and $100 roll and $212 in quarters.
looks a little heavy there, George.
I can't believe it. That 100 must have been hiding in that other shower.
You think? I don't
Alright,
know.
strategy.
You know, it makes me wonder what else is hiding. Like, what's in the middle one?
Should I go center? Because that center one is like
That
right
one looks
there
like
on the
it
edge.
wants to go. I would go center if I were you.
I have enough to go center.
How much did you say you have again?
212.
212.
212.
You're gonna need a bigger bag. Yeah, I would go center because that middle one looks like it's ready to.
It's on the edge. And there's paper money inside.
Oh, look, it just moved.
Are those 20s or 100s?
I can't tell.
I can't tell either. Oh, I'm making
No, they're
moves.
hundreds. They're hundreds, and I'm looking at the right one. I see the one on one of the ones on the right too. I can see a 1.
Okay.
They're definitely hundreds. So that's, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 at least that we can see. If they're all hundreds, I can't see every single top of the bill, but I can see the 1. That thing is hanging over the edge.
It's getting ready to drop.
Getting ready to drop. It wants its mama.
It's getting ready to hit puberty.
It wants to come home. It wants to be adopted. This is when all hope was gone. $4 and some flour, half chopped in half by a side, and boom.
Totally didn't see that coming.
Did not see that coming at all. That was beyond intense. Yeah, that was intense. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was. I like moments like that.
Maybe you know what you maybe should do?
What?
Maybe you should actually go to the right so that the center keeps the momentum and the pressure. Try going to the right.
All right.
That's what I'm just thinking, because if you don't, you know how you always have a problem with the right after the field is cleared? Maybe you won't have a problem with the right if you go to the right.
My difficult side.
Keep the center and then go back to the center, and that way you shouldn't have a problem with the right. Let's see if our philosophy works.
All right, let's see if your strategy will work. I'm taking your lead on this one.
What's the worst that could happen? All the money go in another field?
Yeah, I lose it.
Yeah, that would be the worst thing. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You called me on that one.
Oh.
It's moving.
I see it shifting. They're all moving.
But remember, the right side is always your most difficult side
like
after you clear.
Still moving.
You can always drop straight in the middle and see what happens. But if that middle helps keep the pressure on the right side, then those things won't get caught in that quarter rip tide. Oh, and it looks like the middle's going anyway.
Anyways.
It makes it, you might get 2 for 1 money.
That would be awesome. 2 for 1 deal.
And Elvis is singing.
A BOGO?
Elvis is singing.
Is there such a thing as a BOGO in the Elvis machine?
Probably. I wonder if everybody at home is shaking.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, because I'm shaking out of anxiety, anxiety, fear. I don't know what it is, but I'm shaking. I need to borrow your heart meds. Oh man, that middle wants to fall. It's stuck on the glass. It's hanging 2 inches over like the others did. It's stuck on the glass now, which really should give her pressure to knock the right down. Oh my goodness! Wow!
The whole thing.
That just happened. Wow, wow, wow.
Make it mama excited.
You had some epic pushes.
It was pretty awesome.
My goodness. So apparently going to the right pushes the middle.
It's pushing all over.
You were fiddling with the middle end, and then
Bam fiddling.
I guess it got all tight to the right. and then pushed the middle with all its might.
Oh my
So,
goodness. Bonus.
here we go.
Am I seeing these or is that a bonus?
I would say it's a bonus. I'm
My
pretty
hair
sure
is in my eye.
knocked it over. It looks like there's a bunch of flowers out there. Kind of like the playing field was set up.
Wow. Oh, it's getting ready to fall.
What is?
It rotated. That bonus.
But is the right side getting ready to fall? Oh, it just moved.
Oh, wow.
It just moved.
That center flower wiggled. It did a little shimmy shimmy.
You like that shimmy shake?
There it goes again. Did you see it?
Oh, I'm seeing it.
Shimmy shimmy shake shake.
I'm seeing it. The right side is your most difficult side. Watch. You'll probably knock the middle one down anyway. You see the middle one all going to the left?
Yeah. I'm gonna lose. I'll probably lose that one too.
Well, don't say that yet. You don't know.
Don't jinx myself.
Well, I don't think there's such thing as jinxing yourself, but just saying keep playing smart to the right. We didn't even think we would be this far. We thought that was going in the fail compilation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, that should be a good push.
Look at it.
You got plenty of ammo. All the way back from $4. Over 200. Making things drop like they are hot.
It's
Going
dropping like
California.
it's nobody's business.
Is it California Reaper? Is that what the pepper is?
The hottest pepper.
Yeah. Carolina Reaper. Dropping it like it's a Carolina Reaper.
I thought it was the ghost pepper.
Okay, she's going ghost on it.
Ghost.
Remember when you wanted to ghost me? Remember when I did ghost you, but you wouldn't let me?
It was the same date. We both wanted to ghost each other. It was date 2. Look, oh wow. Look at all those hundreds.
I see him shaking.
Dancing. They're all dancing on the platform. Go, Benjamin. It's your birthday. That one, now it's shifting.
Oh, to the right is falling in now.
It's moving to the...
I just saw coins from the bottom of
To
the
the
flower
center.
falling in. For sure. Definitely going in. Just fudged a little bit more. Look at you going ghost on these things.
It's what I do.
For all of our viewers. Oh!
Oh, wow.
For all of our viewers that don't know what ghosting somebody is, in the dating world, you talk to somebody and then you just completely and totally ignore them.
You stop talking to them.
You stop talking, you disappear
Like a ghost.
like a ghost. Although it doesn't really make much sense because ghosts are supposed to appear
And haunt you.
But in the dating world, it's when you disappear, which, again, we don't believe in ghosts anyway. You know, George, I've always been wondering, why do ghosts only speak English? I mean,
Right?
why isn't there, when you watch shows like Ghost Hunter and all that, why haven't they ever recorded a ghost speaking any other language? Like just once,
Spanish.
don't you want to hear like, hola, amigo!
¿Qué pasa, amigo?
Hola! Boo! 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 Amigo! And yet, they all seem to speak English. Interesting. Interesting. Huh.
Fun fact, ghosts don't speak any other languages but English.
Apparently they don't speak anything but English. So, but ghosting in the dating world is you just stop talking, you disappear, you don't answer texts, phone calls, emails, any other way that the person is stalking you to get you to talk again. You ghost them.
Yes. And what's catfishing?
Catfishing is when you go out with a fishing pole and you put a worm on the end of it, and then you see if you can get a fish to bite, and you hope it's a catfish.
In the dating world?
Oh.
Not in the fishing world.
Catfishing in the dating world is when you put your pole out and you see if the fish will bite.
I think you're way off.
Catfishing is you pretend to be somebody that you're not.
In other words, you're posting pictures of someone that's completely not you.
So let's say I was claiming I was Fabio.
No, you're claiming you're Nick Lachey.
Okay, let's say I claimed I was Nick Lachey and I posted pictures of Nick Lachey and everybody thought they were talking to Nick Lachey, but then I show up and I'm this old fat. And I'm this old fat balding guy. And they're like, did I ever tell you?
Or if I post pictures of myself as Cleopatra and I show up.
Yeah, and then you show up and
like, hey.
I'm Cleopatra, hey. Did I ever tell you how I got catfish before I met you?
No.
So there's this one chick that I met, we were talking. I don't remember her name, I don't remember anything. But she
Not that's important.
That's not important at all, but it's a funny story. So she messaged me. She said, hey, I'm dropping my daughter off for some kind of, I don't know, whether it was gymnastics or I don't remember. She was dropping her off. She's like, you want to meet at McDonald's? So I meet at McDonald's with a woman that was definitely 20 years older and about, well, we'll just,
oh my goodness.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, man, it just stood it straight up.
It couldn't wait.
And I would say a good 100 pounds heavier than the pictures that she posted. So me being the polite person that I am, I was like, let's get an ice cream. And so we get an ice cream, and she starts, the crazy thing in the middle-aged dating world is every date starts the same. Let me tell you how bad my other dates were. And she starts talking about how she met some dude and she got catfished, and she's like, this guy used his son's pictures to lure her in, and then met her at a bar. And I went, oh, you mean like you catfished me? And then I dropped the mic, and I was out.
Did you drop your ice cream cone and walk out?
Yeah, I was talking into it like it was a microphone, and I dropped it. I was like, dropping the mic, I'm out. I couldn't believe it. She was complaining about being catfished when she catfished me. Was not what she was claiming to be. 20 years ago, she was probably that, but
not no more.
That never happened to you?
No.
Well, it did when I met you. I catfished you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You thought I was Nick LaHaye.
Nick LaHaye.
You thought I was Channing Tatum.
I thought you wore glasses. Oh. What just happened?
You made Elvis sing. That's what happened.
I got more bonus.
You thought I wore glasses?
Yeah.
Oh, because I had the picture from the wedding with glasses.
And that you dress nice. But
that was the wedding picture.
You just wear the same clothes every day.
That was my hipster photo from
gray hoodies and baggy
from a couple
jeans.
of my students' wedding. I do dress nice. I have the best gray hoodies out on the market.
Oh yes!
Oh man, that was epic! Holy cow!
Didn't see that coming, else I would have claimed it and called it. Wow.
Wow.
Pretty awesome.
Okay, well, this method seems to be working.
Was that the flower with the monies in it?
Yeah, there was 3 of them in it. The method seems to be working.
It is working.
Actually, you know what?
Did you notice the flower in the center is kind of shifting over to
the left, which is the side that you favor anyway.
It is, but the closer it goes to the left, the higher chance I'll lose the point on top.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think something's gonna happen. Look in the middle.
Woo!
Oh, there's another one. There's another piece of money in there.
hiding everywhere.
What do you think's in the big one?
Probably nothing because it's got the coin on top. But I could be wrong. I mean, you had LASIK surgery. You should be able to see right through it. You tell me. What do you think is inside? Or what
Well,
do you
I see
inside?
silver. That's definitely a silver piece. My guess is gold.
You think it's gold?
There wasn't the other one.
Yeah. Oh, there goes that 100.
Man.
It just rolled, stopped, dropped, and dropped.
How many more coins do you have?
I probably have several handfuls left.
This theory or strategy, the strategic theory on strategy has actually worked. Instead of going to the middle, going to the right.
It's alive.
We have to remember this for the future. Keep the pressure in the middle for the wins on the right.
Make it drop like it's hot.
Remember, your strategy is always has to be based on the machine that you're playing. It took a couple months for us to really learn the machine, right?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
It's like a game of basketball.
Well, the more you
The more you play, the better you get.
But
and
you
you learn
can't-
something with every game.
we
as
get
well.
tons of people going, oh!
I knew it. I knew
Oh,
I
you
would
lost
lose
the
that
silver.
coin.
Let's see if there's anything under in there.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, there could be something in there.
Keep checking, keep scanning.
R.I.P. Silver.
Oh, wait. I see 100 to the left. Do you see it?
Isn't
I
that
see
one of the?
one,
Yeah,
two.
that's one of the bonuses that.
Oh, those
Isn't
were
that a
the.
bonus?
Okay, I got it. I see
Look,
what you're saying
now
now.
there's just one on the ledge, and then there's 3 in the other playing field.
So there's money, cash money to the left, crushed. We don't know if anything is hidden under there.
Nothing surfaced
She's
yet.
still going to the right to see if she can get that last flower plucked from the field. What woman doesn't want her daisies plucked?
Love my daisies.
And hopefully we see if there's anything in that middle. I can't believe that middle fell like that. So what do you think?
I figured I would lose. I definitely knew I would lose the silver coin that was on top, especially since it kept shifting to the left.
So has this been a good strategy or a bad strategy?
I mean, I think I made up for it by getting some bonus paper money. Don't you think?
Yeah, I honestly think if you would have went for the middle and tried to push those straight forward, I think you would have been stuck trying to fight the
The
3
ones
to
on
the right.
yeah.
Because you always get
It
stuck
would have
over
been a
there.
struggle. The struggle would have been real.
Because look, right now even, I guess it just budged a little bit. So
It's moving.
practice at anything gets you better. Now we get a lot of people messaging us going, I'm on a limited income, I want to go play. We will never, ever encourage anyone to do such a foolish thing when you're on a limited income. If you're on a limited income, you need to spend your money on things that make pay your bills.
Should always pay
Don't
your bills
ever
first.
ask us anything in regards to that. We will never, ever encourage it. Ever. If you can't lose money, if
you
it's
can't
not play,
afford,
if you
right.
can't afford it, you don't do foolish things. You don't go out and go, well, I'm going to practice until I'm perfect. And then you don't go anywhere near this type of stuff. You work within your limited income.
All right, I'm down to 3/4. We'll see how much damage I can do.
And I'd say you've done quite a bit of damage.
That was an awesome round. This was an awesome
Wow.
round. $700 in paper money.
What a push. And this is where things get hev to the E.
And an insane amount of quarters, $431 even.
She's got $431. That's what going for ammo first does for you. If she went for structures first in the beginning,
I would have had 0 quarters.
she would have lost the entire game. She got down to 4, stayed focused on ammo, and now look where she's at.
The last flower is leaning back and to the right. I'll
Going for
probably
it?
lose a part of that too.
Think so?
Yeah.
Well, every beautiful flower has to die some point. Whether a little boy picks it and gives it to his little girlfriend, or
That flower will be a love me not.
if it just turns into fall and it withers away. You know what they say, George, right?
What do they say?
Every rose has a thorn.
My mom's name is Rose.
I know,
Are
you're
you
her
trying
thorn.
to say I'm her thorn?
Just like every Jeremy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn. Yes, it does. Do you think me and Elvis would have gotten along?
I think so.
If we had jam sessions?
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Think so? Oh! It moved, George.
Did it?
It moved. I thought it was going to fall.
I just saw quarters dropping.
I thought it was going to fall right then and there. It moved again.
Parts of the fish scale is dropping.
Something's happening.
Uh-oh,
Something's
clogging up the
happening.
machine.
Something is happening.
Woo!
It's
Words are definitely
moving. It's
dropping.
moving. It's going.
Here it
It's
goes.
going.
Here
It's
it
going.
goes. It's
It's
leaning
going.
back.
It's
It's leaning
going.
back.
Oh!
Oh, I lost less than I
You-
thought.
No! Look! Look at the edge.
What?
Look!
Orders?
No!
Oh
What?
my gosh, another gold bar.
What?
Oh my goodness. Now what? Go to the
What?
left.
The Hales? I don't
Oh
know.
my gosh,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go to
to the
left 'cause I
left.
have
Go to the right.
Paper money on the left.
We still don't know if something's hidden on the right. You got
On the left.
paper monies on the left or the left?
Yeah, the left. Alright, well let me see if I can try and get something to surface by hitting the left.
My guess is there's got to be something on the left.
To
We already know.
to make up for the coin that I lost.
Well, I just thought maybe there was something just like everything else, but yeah, you definitely did lose that piece of silver.
It went bye-bye.
Not that I'm complaining.
It went adios, amigo.
I mean, it's
You're
an
not
amazing
gonna-
thing when you can keep it all in your own playing field. That's obviously the goal. But I'm curious, is there something else hidden in there? Those things are fish scaling everywhere. Look at that. I see one. Is there 200 hidden to the left, or is there just 100?
All I see is one now, but I saw 2 earlier. There might be a third one.
George said those are the bonuses that jumped into the playing field. Oh no, I see it now. I see it just above and to the side of the first 100.
It's peeking.
There's another roll. She hit those bonuses in, and then they got covered by the middle flower.
The flower went crumbling down. Now you see flowers?
No, I never saw a flower from the get-go, but whatever makes you happy. You know my philosophy. If you ain't happy, there ain't nobody in this world ever gonna be happy.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
Huh?
It means go for the gold, George. Go for the gold. You're the Olympian point pusher.
Oh
show us why you're representing our country.
USA, 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 US and A. Ooh, getting close.
Definitely getting close. 200 rolls to the left.
Making its way to the
Still
hopper
stuck up there.
like a champ.
Underneath all those coins.
They're right next to each other now.
Are they spooning?
It looks like they were spooning.
They might be spooning. All right, we got 2 Benjamin Franklin spooning underneath a blanket
The
of
one
quarters.
might be pushing them away, like, get away from me.
Like I do to you?
No, like I do to you.
Like, get out of my grill.
Get out of my personal bubble.
Why do you keep sticking your fingers up my nose and in my ears?
Because it's
Weirdo. Oh, let him be. Remember that one time where you kept trying to stick your fingers in both of my ears and both of my nostrils?
at the same time.
And so I literally had to grab both of your hands and just hold them down for an hour so you would stop sticking your fingers in my orifices.
Was it an hour?
No, it was 2 hours.
I was going to say it felt like 3. Oh, wow,
Oh, there's another
3.
one. There's another
I
one.
see 3 monies.
And then
Oh, wow.
you
So-
promised if I would let go that you would stop sticking your fingers in my orifices. And what did you do as soon as I let go?
I don't remember.
Really?
All right, down to 3/4. Ready?
You're
In
not
my
down
hand.
to 3/4
Just in
with
my hand.
400. Oh, one just dropped. One just dropped. You missed it.
I missed it.
You missed it. Her bag is so heavy, she has it on the floor.
They're hiding. The bag is in between my ankles right now, protecting it.
She can't, it's too heavy for her to pick up.
I have a bad back.
All right, come on. So close. She's got one. There's 2 more $100 bills that we can see. That's just what we can
There
see.
could be another one down there.
Could be anything. It could be more to the left, more to the right. Could be a bunch of who knows what. This has been a huge prize one.
This has been awesome.
I'm so glad nobody else played it.
Woo! Now you
There
can
you go,
definitely
getting
see
close
the
now.
two.
Now you can see them. Now you can see them.
My fever's getting better.
Your fever?
Yeah.
Stop talking that way.
I'm getting cured.
Stop talking that way.
About my fever.
That reminds me.
Woo! There goes 100.
That reminds me when I took my kids to Sanibel Island.
Here comes that other 100.
Nice.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh, that was close.
Dang it. Oh, wait. No.
Just grab more money. When you're not looking, that's when it will fall. I took my kids to Sanibel Island, and when we were flying back, my oldest, Chelsea, she had a full backpack filled with shells and the whole deal. And this is the time where airport security was a huge issue after everything happened. And she looks at the security guard and says the words that no parent ever wants to hear their kids say during those
Oh, there it
times.
goes.
She looks at the security guard. She goes, "It's not like I have a bomb in here."
Oh, my goodness. Why?
And I'm like, "Shut up!"
How would she even know to say such things?
Because she knew everything that was going on in the world with the airports and everything. I was like, oh my goodness. So obviously they checked it, and I was sitting there thinking, you know what, maybe she just detained my daughter. That made me teach her a lesson.
How old was she at the time?
She was young. The security guard just laughed it off, but I was not laughing on the inside. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm getting detained. But it was all of the
They're
shells.
gonna cavity search me.
It was
That
all of the
probably
shells
gonna upset you the most.
from the Sanibel trip. And I couldn't believe what I was hearing coming out of her mouth. I was like, of all the things, this is what you should never say at this moment in time, or ever in an airport. Kids, they say the darndest things.
They
don't
really do. They're just like sponges.
But George would do the same thing to me now. She'd be like, this will be funny. Watch this.
Pots of get him cavity searched.
And then your sister would be like, "Stop embarrassing us! Stop embarrassing
Stop
us!"
it, George.
And you would be
Really,
like,
George?
"Ooh,
Stop embarrassing us.
I don't see anything else buried to the left. You want to move over to the right and see if there's anything buried?
There's a mound of quarters still on the left. Gonna get that mound off.
I don't know, that mound is tucked in there pretty good.
It reminds me of the shell mound.
That we saw when we went to go look at properties in
Yes.
Florida. We did go to, it was an
Historical site.
a historical Indian site where Native Americans used to, I mean, they made a
Eat oysters.
huge mound.
Oysters was a huge part of their diet.
And so out of oyster shells from the ocean, and then they would build on top of those mounds. So what we think of as like a landfill is basically their oyster shell landfill, and then they would build on them. It was a pretty cool area. Giant area of oyster shells and Indian artifacts and things like that. They're still doing digs and learning all kinds of things about the Native Americans there.
Yeah, that was a neat piece of history that we learned.
Maybe you and I should build a oyster shell mound. What do you think?
Too bad you don't like oysters.
I have never eaten one, nor do I think I ever would.
They're not good plain. You have to doctor it up.
Well, I would assume it's slimy, and it probably fights back going down. Like most sushi. I don't know. I don't think I would do it.
You wouldn't like it. You might like it fried. They do serve fried oysters.
I've tried
You
fried
definitely wouldn't
squid.
you wouldn't like it raw.
I did eat some fried squid when I was in Italy.
Calamari?
Yeah, calamari. So, squid tentacles.
Calamari is good depending on how it's prepared and what type of dipping sauce it comes with.
Ketchup.
I can't do marinara.
I did it with ketchup.
I
ain't
like it
dumb.
with like a sweet chili sauce.
I'm not dumb. It was 100% catch to the up. I was in Italy. What would you expect? Anything
Right.
but ketchup,
I
right?
don't think there's anything under that mound. It
I don't
would've
either. I think
resurfaced
you'd probably
by
go
now.
to the right.
Let's switch it up to the right, see if
See
there's
what's
anything
hidden
under the
there.
fish scales.
There's got to be something. Where did you have calamari at?
Different restaurants. Whether it's Italian restaurants or sushi, steakhouses.
Restaurants when you were out there getting catfish before you met me?
No, I go out to dinner with like my friends and family a lot.
You and Elvis?
No.
Zip on my blue suede shoes. Look at these drops. Look at these fish scales.
You see anything yet?
I'm looking. Nothing spectacular.
Nothing's creeping through the quarters.
Well, I can't. I don't know. I'm still looking. It's definitely not going to hurt to get all the extra quarters. We're going to need those for laundry in Florida.
That's right.
We don't have a washer and dryer down there yet.
Yeah.
We don't even have a house to live in. We're going to be living in the camper.
We are gonna live that camp life. Home is where you park it.
Wait, what?
I got you a decal that says home is where you park it.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a camper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that should give you a clue on which property we put an offer on. Since there's no structure to live in, which property could it be? Do you think that That gives them a clue.
We also didn't show them all the properties, so this could
That
be
is the other thing. We did
trick
not
question.
show all the properties. One of the reasons being is because we didn't want people coming alongside and then putting in offers on properties that we did show.
Or stalking. Because that can happen.
What do you mean that can happen? That does happen.
It does happen.
That's why I have a secret house with secret drawers with supposed secret candy.
Candy?
Look at that, look at that, look at that.
Is it pizza flavored candy?
Pizza flavored, ketchup flavored, any kind of flavor you desire. It's in there. It's in there.
What do you think? Anything?
I think give it another handful just to spread it out. Because there's a mound, there's definitely a mound there. There could be something in there. Give it another handful, spread it out so I can tell. I wish I was wearing my OLIGHT. I'd be able to see a little bit better. I'd be able to see a lot better.
Everybody, that's right.
Dancing to the jailhouse ride.
Oh,
You're getting some
that was a good
pushes.
push. All right, I'm down to 3/4
All right, put them in.
of that handful.
All right, let's just. I'm not seeing
Yeah,
anything.
we'll just assume there's nothing hiding.
Well, assuming's never good, but let's pull. Let's figure out what our total is.
Check that out, $1,400 in paper monies.
What a haul! What a haul!
Two
Man,
gorgeous
that's
gold
what
bars.
made it worth it right there.
Love
Wow!
it.
Wow!
And $561.75 in shiny quarters.